Okay, this is the first empties video that I'm doing in 2 months, and there was a lot more empties than this. I'm using my headphones today because I'm going to be walking from side. There was somebody who actually commented, and I deleted the comment because she said, you know, sometimes when you go to the left and the right of the camera, I can hear it through one headphone and not the other. It's like, really? Is that what this is about? Okay. No, I don't have a boom mic. So now I'm using my headphones so that I can move left to right and not have her complain. I deleted the comment because I'm not going to deal with that kind of hassle. Anyway, there was more than this. When, you know, as the 2 months have just gone by, if I had already done a review specifically in my VIP group, I went ahead and threw away the clamshell. I also have not been warming quite as much wax, and there's a couple of reasons for that. I have a neighbor who every time I change out my wax, he sneezes 25 times a minute. That's an exaggeration. And I feel bad. I mean, it's like clockwork. As soon as I change out the wax and it starts to like blossom out of the wax, the scent, he just starts, like violently sneezing, and I feel kind of bad. And I shouldn't feel bad because it's like, fuck it, this is my house. And even though he lives upstairs, that's his problem. And it's not like we're smoking cigarettes or, having a bonfire here in the apartment, but I'm just trying to be courteous. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. I've got a lot here, even though, like I said, it was more, and I do have all the scent notes. And so I am going to be putting all the scent notes in the description of this video, if you want to take a look at it there. I'm not going to do chapters this time around, so you're just going to have to watch it through. This is probably going to be 20 minutes, but I am going to be smelling the clamshells as I go through because some of these I haven't warmed in a really long time. Again, it was 2 months ago for some of these, okay? First things first, we're gonna get rid of the 2 packs of cotton cleanups that I went through, and now the landscapers are coming. Seriously? I'm gonna put this on pause for 5 minutes and see what happens. Hold on. Okay, anyway, I just closed my window. Hopefully you won't be able to hear it. I am going to be smelling these clamshells because I'm not going to remember these fragrances. We don't go through a lot of Scentsy Fresh. Basically, the only time I use Scentsy Fresh is when I have a front-loading washing machine and it's about 7 years old. And there's definitely something amiss with the drainage of it. So if we leave our clothes in the washing machine for any longer than like 2 hours, wet in the washing machine with the door closed, obviously, the clothes smell bad. And not only do they smell bad, but I have to then use like OxyClean and like a sanitary cycle. And sometimes there's a Lysol detergent booster thing that you can use that sanitizes your clothes in order to get the bacteria out of the clothes. I have a pair of pants that just yesterday. I know that they were clean. They were washed, laundered, folded. I put them in a bag because I went up and I spent the night at my mom's house. I took those things out of the bag and I put them on, and I had to take them off because they smelled so awful. Anyway, Scentsy Fresh is really good for that because also if I find that the laundry was sitting in the washing machine for too long, I can spray the laundry with this and it's still wet from being in the washing machine, and then I spray it with this and then I put it in the dryer, and that helps a lot, but I still get skeeved out about the bacteria. Anyway, in my opinion, this is the best Scentsy Fresh fragrance. We have, I think, 9 fragrances in Scentsy Fresh, and sometimes they come back in like limited offerings. This has been the most effective, and I always have it in the house. It's called Odor Out, and I wish it came in a wax. Maybe it does. If you guys know which scent this is mimicking, but Odor Out is Scentsy Fresh is the only product that Odor Out comes in. We used to have it in room spray, but no more. It's described as eliminate unwanted smells with a clean citrus aroma. That's all it says. So I do love Odor Out because once it like dries up, it has just really neutralized the fragrance, and it doesn't leave its own fragrance behind, strongly. Anyway, that's garbage. Now there are a couple of things here. There's 2 things here. This and a bar of wax that I did not finish because This one went bad. I'm pretty sure that this one went bad. This is Hibiscus Pineapple. It's described as, but it smells nothing like it. It's described as hibiscus, pineapple, and a touch of sweet mandarin, tell an enchanting tropical tale. So I bought this in a flash sale, clearance sale, whatever you want to call it. It might have even just been from the clearance section. And so it was already, what, about a year old? Because, you know, they rarely put the new stuff, especially the body care products, into the clearance section or the flash sale or whatever. And so it was probably a year old, and then I bought it, and then it sat for about 6 months. And then when I tried to use it, now I used it like up to here. Yeah. This smells straight up like you're rubbing creamy plastic on your skin. It felt fine, but it smelled so god awful. I could not. I just, you know, and you know me with the cream. I love the cream, but I can't deal with that. That smells like way too bad. Okay. Look at all the Cloudberry Dreams washer whiffs. 4 of these little guys. And you know that I got them for half price. What were they? $6 instead of 12? Something like that. I don't remember. Cloudberry Dreams is described as sweet raspberry and a whisper of rose soar through billowy bursts of peach and vanilla. La, la, la. I smell rose and vanilla and a little bit of raspberry. I don't smell any peach, but Cloudberry Dreams is pretty strong. I have one customer, my customer Connie. She loves it, and it's in her, I'm pretty sure it's in her Scentsy Club. It is a very strong wax. We don't have it in wax right now, but we do, I think we still have it in a couple of other things. And speaking of Cloudberry Dreams, I also have it in the dish soap. This was my very last bottle of dish soap. They teased us and they told us that dish soap was going to be released in limited offerings throughout the year, and they discontinued the dish soap, and I'm still waiting for those limited offerings. Hello, Scentsy. Yeah, they haven't released a dish soap yet, so we're all waiting. I know that a lot of you are waiting. Okay, cucumber and cactus water. This fragrance was in my Scentsy Club for a hot minute, and then I took it out because it really wasn't as special as I thought it was going to be. This was in this, I don't remember, spring collection 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. Crisp cucumber, refreshing cactus water, and sea salt. Obviously, I bought these in the clearance section. They were probably about half price. Laundry liquid, I'm pretty much exclusive with the Scentsy laundry liquid. I love it. And I always get the new stuff with the laundry liquid, and then I also get the stuff that's on sale. I did not bother with the White Amber Antique Laundry Liquid, but I did get the, what is it? The wash whiffs. And I like them. Okay, they're okay. They're not, you know, special. Anyway, rearranging this so that you can see. All right, let's talk about pods. I have more used up pods than this, but they're on the floor of my car in the back seat. And I'm guilty of sort of not throwing garbage in the back seat, but sort of throwing these back there only because these still kind of smell good. Okay. Appleberry was in the clearance section. And I like this very much, but they didn't last very long. A barrel full of fresh picked crimson apples, complemented by cranberry and pomegranate. I'm really going to throw these out though this time because they're really, really dead. Okay, and I use one at a time because I have the mini fan diffuser in my car that plugs into the USB, and this is pineapple and fuego, which I wish was like chili mango, because you'll see, because it's described as pineapple, nectar, and sugar cane get fired up with a dash of sriracha. So chili mango was chili, I think an apple, and then. No, it was mango and apple, and then with like chili powder or something like that. I wanted this to be like that, but it wasn't. So that was kind of a bummer. Anyway, let's move on to wax. Now I'm going to start smelling things. Cherries Jubilee. I warmed this twice, I think. And I wasn't very impressed, although I didn't hate it. Cherries Jubilee is current. It's in the holiday collection. Yes, holiday collection. Make room for dessert. Black cherry simmered with raspberry and a refreshing burst of zesty lemon. Do I smell lemon? Not really. There were some people that said that this smelled like cough syrup. I don't get the Bing cherry cough syrup Luden Smith Brothers thing. I don't. It's a nice fragrance, but I only needed the one. So I'm good with that. Okay. Coastal Strawberry. I have a bunch of this. I think I have 2 more bars of this. Unfortunately, it's not in my Scentsy Club at the moment because it was not available for me to put in the Scentsy Club, or else I would have, because it is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. Coastal Strawberry is earthy, fruity, strawberry vine, raspberry seeds, and jasmine petals. And the way I got my hands on a few of them is because they were in one of those bundles, those prefabricated, what would you call it? Scentsy curated, pre-curated bundles that Scentsy put out about 1.5 years ago, and I had bought a couple of the bundles and then snatched out the Coastal Strawberry and took them out of my rotation for selling to local customers because I knew that I wanted this and I knew that it was just going to get better with age, and it has. Kind of like women, it has gotten better with age. So every time I open one of these and I start to warm it, I get disappointed that I don't have any left. But again, you cannot save the shit forever. Please stop hoarding wax. That's your PSA for the day. Okay. Counting the Stars. This is in the Open Plains collection. Unfortunately, you cannot purchase it on its own. You could find a local friend or family member and you can split it up with them. It's 4 bars for $20, so it's a total deal. But you cannot purchase them on their own, or you can open up a Scentsy Club and you could put these individual fragrances into your Scentsy Club. I had put all of them into my Scentsy Club, and now I think I've since taken them all out. I have to make sure that happens before my next club goes on December 10th. Okay, I don't really like any of these very much. Just giving you a hint because they're all here, I think. Oh, with the exception of one. Anyway, Counting the Stars, a nighttime breeze of juicy strawberry wafts over fresh leather studded with twinkling white woods. Now, you do smell the strawberry and you do smell the leather. And that doesn't mean that it smells like pink leather, which is the scent of the month, 3 months ago? This is a more tart strawberry. It's a stronger strawberry. The strawberry in pink leather was a creamier strawberry than this. This is more like a true strawberry fragrance. The strawberry fragrance. It has more strawberry than leather, and the leather grounds it out. This is really good to give a fruity scent, but it's also masculine because leather is, I'm not trying to be sexist. Leather is just naturally a masculine fragrance. My son Randy really liked this one. It made the air in his room smell very good without being perfumey. So it was a masculine, clean, fruity fragrance. I like it, but it's just not Scentsy Club worthy enough for me. I might buy, if they were available one at a time, I might buy 1 or 2, but that's okay. Cranberry and Cardamom is in the catalog. This is one of the 10 regular fragrances that we have for the fall-winter catalog lineup. Bold cherry and white cranberry mingle in a festive celebration with a hint of cardamom. I've never cooked with cardamom. I have cooked with Gam Masala, and I think that has cardamom in it because Gam Masala is a combo, kind of like taco seasoning would be a combo, or Italian seasoning. Just okay. Really nothing special. Sorry. I just think that by the time we get through this, you're going to realize that this catalog launch and the past 2 months of warming fragrances, I've been a little underwhelmed because I was overwhelmed by the amount of fragrances that Scentsy put out in the past 2 months. It's too much, Scentsy. It's enough. We had 10 new fragrances, and then we had 5 new fragrances, and then we had 4 new fragrances, and then we had 5 new fragrances, and then we had the Pink collection, then we had the Open Plains collection, then we had the Sensational collection. It's too much. This got lost in my radar. I can't even give you an opinion because I warmed it 1,000,000 years ago, and who cares at this point? Okay. Cranberry Candy Cane is in the Holiday collection. If I'm wrong, you can correct me. In a twist on a traditional treat, fresh cranberries and pomegranate are swirled with peppermint sticks. This didn't have enough cranberry to make an impression on me. It was more peppermint than anything. If somebody had walked into the room and said, "Oh, that smells nice. What is that?" If I had said peppermint, they would have been like, "Okay, that's it." You don't smell the candy cane. I'm sorry, you don't smell the cranberry. You certainly don't smell the pomegranate. It's a fine peppermint fragrance, and it wasn't too pepperminty, which I appreciate. Maybe the cranberry and the pomegranate toned down the peppermint and the candy cane subconsciously, and I didn't notice it. Okay, it's a fine fragrance. If you want it, if you don't want it, whatever. This is in my Scentsy Club. This is one of the only Disney fragrances that's in my Scentsy Club right now, and it is fantastic. I don't think it's ever going to be out of my Scentsy Club unless Simply Rose comes back, because that used to be, and then I lost it. Cedarwood, citrus, peony, and apple blossom. It's amazing, especially mixed with sugar, which is over here. We'll talk about that. One of the things that frustrates me about Scentsy is that they do not list the scent notes in the order of intensity. For this one, the very first scent note in the description is cedarwood. This is not woodsy to me at all. It doesn't smell like cedar or wood. I mean, I know that cedar is wood, but it doesn't smell like a cedar closet, and it doesn't smell like a tree. This smells like peony, and it also smells like rose, which isn't even in there, and it does have the citrus. So I really appreciate this bar of wax. Unfortunately, it's $6.50, and I can never buy it in bulk. I can never get a deal on it. It's still worth it to me because it's so strong that I only need 1 or 2 cubes in my bedroom. And I really only warm that one in my bedroom because I find floral fragrances to be more relaxing in my bedroom. And they kind of get lost in my living room, kitchen area, because if I cook, and by the way, my kids cook themselves breakfast. I sometimes cook myself lunch, but it's usually, the stove is not usually used in the middle of the day. And then when they come home from school, they just start cooking again. My kids are very self-sufficient, and they like a lot of food, and they like to cook themselves food. So there's always food fragrances going on in my home. So that's why a lot of times I will warm foodie type fragrances in my living room kitchen area. Okay. And this is another one of those. I'm never buying this again, but I appreciate it when I had it. Okay. Forever Fall is baked pumpkin, cinnamon stick, dash of brown sugar. It's so super sweet. Oh my God, it's so sweet. It's like if you made pumpkin cake, not even pumpkin bread, pumpkin cake. It smells like the batter of that. If you like sweet stuff, get that. Very pumpkin-y and very sugary. This one is going to surprise you if you've been following me for any amount of time. You know that I kind of loathe bakery fragrances. I actually liked Frosted Cinnamon Roll a lot. This is the scent of the month. Last month, not this month. This month is Pumpkin Cashmere, which I haven't warmed yet. I have it, but I haven't warmed it. Frosted Cinnamon Roll is an irresistible blend of powdered cinnamon and a pinch of sweet clove topped with gooey layer of whipped vanilla sugar. I don't smell clove in here. Slight. This straight up smells like the mall, and either Cinnabon or Auntie Anne's or whatever is in your mall. I liked this a lot. It really did remind me of a mall, which I liked. It didn't necessarily make me hungry. Okay. All right, Golden Garland. You guys saw my expression when I warmed this. When I smelled this for the first time in the clamshell when I did my unboxing. I hated the smell of this so much. I wanted it to die a horrible death. But after I warmed it, I was actually pretty happy with it. Forest pine needles intertwined with marigold petals, sparkling orange twist, and a touch of golden musk. Nobody needs to smell marigold, either voluntarily or involuntarily. Marigold smells bad on purpose. You plant marigold plants around your tomato plants so that the bugs stay away because it smells like such fucking shit. So why would you put that in a Scentsy wax? Well, it actually kind of works. It almost smelled a little pepperminty, a little bit herbal. I should say herbal, not peppermint. It smelled herbal. Pine needles, yes. Golden musk, not really. Orange twist, not really. I guess a little bit. This was good in my bathroom. This gave a nice clean fragrance to my bathroom. Will I buy it again? Absolutely not. But I didn't have to throw it away. Okay. All of the pink awareness bars are in here. All 4 of them, which that was $26 for 4 bars of wax, which seems like a lot because you didn't even get the $1 off for 3. But this was for the breast cancer awareness thing for the month of October. And so I was happy to spend the $26 because I think $6 of that or $4 of that went to breast cancer research, or at least went to the Scentsy Family Foundation. So unfortunately, I was sort of like, I was loving all 4 of them cold out of the clamshell, and I don't like any of them. They smell okay, but they did not last whatsoever. If you think that they did, I would love for you to tell me in the comments and we can start a conversation about it. It's not a fight. But maybe I should buy another set and let them sit. I don't have the patience for that. You guys know that. And I also don't have the room to store wax like that. Because, you know, sometimes when you store wax, it does get stronger, you know. Pink I Can is described as a lively mix of coconut water, tropical stone fruit, and hibiscus nectar. This was the one that I liked the least out of the clamshell because it had tropical stone fruit in it. And I don't know what tropical stone fruit smells like. I know that I've eaten it, but I don't know what it smells like. And it's got coconut. It was just okay. I don't know, whatever. It actually lasted a little bit longer than the other three, but I don't really like coconut fragrances all that much, okay? Orchard by the Sea was part of the Summer Brick Collection from 2022. Oh my God. Orchard by the Sea is described as an apple orchard flourishes beneath sea salt skies with whispers of crisp linens and green mango, blah, 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 blah. This is useless. I didn't like this very much at all. I'm glad that I didn't buy a full brick. I don't really care that I waited because I didn't like it. I did end up putting apple nectar, pink apple nectarine into my Scentsy Club because I liked it so much. But that was in that collection, and no, that's not going to happen. Okay. All right. This is another one that surprised me. Palo Santo and cinnamon. Because I'm not a huge fan of Palo Santo as an incense. A lot of times this is burned in rituals, religious ritual, but I don't usually like it. It's usually very woody and ashy. But the cinnamon really changed this one. It's described as Palo Santo no, but it's the Italian bergamot that really did it. Pardon me. Anyway, Palo Santo energizes Italian bergamot, accented with clove leaf and cinnamon bark. It's cinnamon bark. It's not baking cinnamon. There's not too much clove, and the Italian bergamot sweetens up the Palo Santo so that it's not too woodsy. I like this a lot. I'm actually probably going to buy one or two more and warm them in my kids' room because my son, Austin, really liked this a lot in his room because he's a hippie. Okay, Pink Spreads Hope. This was one of my more favorite ones out of the Pink Awareness collection. Hope blooms in a bouquet of pink parfait, rose, and violet accented with leafy greens. This one knocked my socks off when I first warmed it, but it just wasn't strong enough. Everyone knows how I feel about rose. And the leafy greens, just perfect. There was no violet. I didn't detect any violet in it because I don't really like violet. But it was over and done in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't have the kind of money that I can just replace my wax every 5 minutes. Anyway. Here's another one. This was number 2 when I rated them, I think. Raspberry and vanilla balance rich sandalwood in a soothing blend and a touch of sweetness. Sorry, it's called Positively Pink. Now, not strong enough. These were not strong enough whatsoever. How many of you are buying a set and then just going to let it sit for a year? I'm tempted. I don't know, because they smell so good in the clamshell. Rum Pum Plum. Out of all of the fragrances that I have experienced in the past 2 or 3 years, this is the most clever title ever, specifically to be in the holiday collection. Sweet plum jam and vanilla sugar in a flaky buttery crust will have you singing a delicious melody. I liked this one a lot. This one is as bakery as I'm going to get. You can smell the bakery. You can smell the flaky crust. You can smell the plum. It's deep. It's not very fruity. You could actually use a little bit more plum. If you find a plum fragrance or even a pear fragrance, you can mix this with probably caramel pear crisp or even Perfect Day with this. That would be really good. On its own, it didn't turn me on so much. Okay. Turn Up the Pink. This is the last one. Yeah, this is the last one out of the Pink Awareness collection. Turn Up the Pink is described as sparkling citrus, adds an uplifting flourish of gardenia blossom and rosewood. Now, I like gardenia. This didn't have, is rosewood's rose? Or is it wood? Rosewood. I don't know what rosewood is supposed to smell like. I would imagine it smells like wood. I don't smell wood in here. I smell the citrus and I smell the gardenia. And it's very nice. but I would want to put all 8 cubes in my tiny little bedroom if I really wanted to smell it, because I did 4 and 4 and nothing. I got nothing. Okay. We're going alphabetical. Did you tell? Could you tell? Sugar. Fruity blend of lemon drops and cotton candy. You guys know that I get this sent to my house every 3 months because I love it oh so much. I love sugar. There's a couple of dupes. If you like pink haze, if you have pink haze, you can use that. But sugar will always be probably my all-time favorite fragrance of all time, other than cashmere pear. Summerberry melon. This was in that summer brick collection from 2022. God damn, I'm at 23 minutes already. Summerberry melon. Yeah, I don't need this ever again. Casaba melon, strawberry, raspberry, and pineapple. No. Super fruity, but just okay. In the summertime, it's great, but to me, it doesn't need to have a presence in my life for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm going out of order, but here's the other thing that I'm throwing out, even though I have this much left. Where is it? Under the oak tree. Oh my God, it was so bad. Aged woods whisper above a layer of worn leather, mellowed by hints of crisp apple. So now what happened was, my husband and I bought a new mattress. And we got the new mattress delivered, and we were so excited. And I said, "Oh, I've got this new collection of wax. I'm gonna go change out the wax, and we're gonna smell this delicious leather and what is it called? Wait, what? Aged woods whisper above a layer of warm leather, mellowed by hints of crisp apple." You do not smell apple. Oh my God, I can't even smell it through the cold in the clamshell. I had the worst night's sleep the first night. The first night with the new mattress was awful. I laid there just smelling this fucking scent and then not feeling comfortable because I wasn't used to the mattress yet. I never want to smell this again. I never want this to be in my house again. You guys know that I never throw away wax. I don't even want to warm it outside on my patio. Nothing. Never. If you like it, that's fine for you. Vanilla barnwood is in my Scentsy Club. I had to put it into my Scentsy Club. I had to. I also bought the pods for my car. Right now I can't use them in my car because my car is in the shop, but whatever. Barnwood, covered with creamy vanilla and rich amber, conjure a picturesque snow-covered countryside. This wax is amazing. It smells so good. I want it to be in a body fragrance mist thing. I want this to be in body cream. I want this in everything. I did buy it in the poinsettia. Is it poinsettia or poinsettia? Poinsettia fragrance flower, but I don't want to use it yet because it's not Christmas. I'm not setting up that fragrance flower. By the way, I've heard that the fragrance flowers that are in the shape of the poinsettia, I've heard that they get exhausted really quick. And like you put them in and you put them on the counter and like 3 weeks later, like the oil is gone. So, vanilla bourbon. This was from the Father's Day collection of 2021, I believe. And I did buy 3 of these because I knew my son was going to love it, and he does. And this is the last of it, I'm pretty sure. He likes it in his room. I don't like it at all. It's a little too bourbon. It's a little too heavy. It's described as warm vanilla and a smooth sip of bourbon mingle under a hint of nutmeg. This is my son, Austin, the hippie. He loves this shit. I can't stand it. And I think that's the end of it. So, okay. If he wants more of it, he can open up a Scentsy Club next time, okay? Vanilla suede, I have a bunch of this, and it is in my Scentsy Club. It'll probably always be in my Scentsy Club because it also reminds me of my friend Mark, who passed away in 2020. This was one of his favorite fragrances. Vanilla, amber, and hints of sandalwood and spice. Suede smells different from leather. I don't know why. I think they just take the cow skin and turn it over. I'm not even sure how that works, but this really is suede. It's not leather, and there's amber in it. If you have Amber Road, covet that shit because the Amber Road has not seen a Bring Back My Bar collection in a really long time. I love Amber Road too, but vanilla suede is like its sister or its brother. So very good. It'll always be in my Scentsy Club, always. And then Wide Open Spaces, last one for today. This one is the closest to being Scentsy Club worthy from the Open Plains collection, in my opinion. Wide Open Spaces is glimpse a brilliant panorama of white leather sweetened. There's my puppy. A glimpse a brilliant panorama of white leather, sweetened with sugar cane and a splash of cozy vanilla. The sugar cane and the vanilla make it. It sweetens up the leather so that it's not too masculine, but it doesn't add any perfume to it. It just rounds it out. If I was going to put anything into my Scentsy Club from this collection, it would be this one, but even then I don't really feel like I need it because I feel like the vanilla suede, which I just described, is better. So there you go. I don't even know how many scents. I think that was 28 bars of wax. That was 4 washer whiff containers. That was 1 dish soap container. That was 1 Scentsy Fresh container. That was 2 cotton cleanups, whatever. Go back and watch the video. Why am I summarizing it? Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. Please keep in mind that all the descriptions are going to be in the description, spot of this video. And all of my contact information is there too. If you want to get in touch with me, just go to MetallicaMom.com. There's a little purple button on the bottom right corner of my website. And if you type in there, it texts my phone immediately so we can just chat. Talk to you later. Bye.